All right, what's up, family? We're gonna touch on this one here. Ooh, pardon me. Had a lot of tea. Look at me rhyming. Pardon me. Had a lot of tea. But anyway, let's get to the point. We're gonna touch on this one with something a lot of y'all. No, forget that. Not a lot of y'all. 100%. All of y'all have been through or going to go through eventually. Especially if you're a young cat. Oh, trust me when I tell you, you're gonna go through this. And this is somebody feeding you bullshit, or let's go with just the letters BS. Somebody feeding you BS. Think about it. You at your job, they feeding you BS about this worker, about that worker, about that management, about that company. I remember I was working at way back in the days. I was working a temp job for UPS. Do you know UPS had this policy where they was like, hey, because they was close to the FedEx facility as well at the airport. They was like, hey, we can't let them see what we're doing because we're better than them. I was like, what? Man, UPS be really on some extra bull. Like I said, title of the video, somebody feeding you bull. But you know what I'm talking about. Your neighbors, see, they may hate their life so much that they sit there going like this. Remember what I told y'all about these type of funny people? They love to criticize everybody else, but the mirror in their house don't work. So these be the main ones like this, like a racist person. They love going like this, them. But what about you? The mirrors don't work in your house. See, it's easy to point at other people so you don't got to talk about yourself or your race of people, whatever. So think about it. Somebody feeding you bullshit, right? Think about your so-called friends you grow up with. You grow up or you hang around, right? Isn't it amazing? Y'all could all go out. It's a girls' night out. I can't stand that statement, girls' night out. It's always going to lead to trouble. But anyway, let's stay on point. It's a girls' night out. Guess what? Tiffany, Jessica, Jennifer, Miranda, and Amy, y'all all hanging out. And y'all all having a good time. And the night is over and y'all had a good time. But isn't it funny? Days later, Amy and Jennifer hook up. And they start talking about the other one. They start talking about another one. And you go, you know what, girl? Did you notice when the bill came, she tried to get up and leave? You know, I never liked her anyway. You know, you got to be careful around her. You know, because I heard some bad stuff this, and I heard some bad stuff this. See, these are the people that do what's called criticize. Matter of fact, that could be the word of the day. Now, you look up the word criticize. It means to indicate the faults, you know, the wrongdoing. To indicate the faults of someone or something in a disapproving way. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember I said all 5 of the girls went out, had a good time. But isn't it funny, when these 3 girls not around, these 2 girls sitting there gossiping about these 3 girls. Oh, girl, you gotta watch her. You know, she ain't help pay the bill. Did you notice when the bill came, she tried to disappear? She do that every time. I'm telling you, she always do that. You know what I'm saying? She did that to me and my man one time. You know, I can't stand her. You know, you gotta watch her around your man, girl. You better watch. See, she sit there criticizing and criticizing. Remember when we said the word criticize mean? To indicate faults, wrongdoings of someone or something in a disapproving way. But see, these are the type of people, when they sitting there talking bad, now they'll come back to the other girl, right? And they say, oh, girl, she was saying this about you, and she was saying that about you, and she was saying this. And you know, what you need to say when that girl come telling you all the gossip, instead of gossiping with her, what you need, put her on blast by saying something like this simple. Oh, yeah, she said all that? Well, when she was saying all that, what did you say? You see? You see? Because if it was a real friend, what she'd say is like, whoa, come on, girl. Come on, girl. You got some disapproving, criticizing things about her. It'd be best you tell her. You and her talk together. But, girl, I'm not going to jump on your criticizing team. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit here, as people love to say, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this nonsense. You know, you tell that person, I don't care who it is. Y'all know with the fellas. Y'all all out balling. Y'all at the sports bar. And that now, guess what? Such and such didn't show up. Or such and such didn't show up. And when they don't show up, now this joker here, Antoine, feels the need to tell Joseph to talk about Joseph. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now he's like, yeah, he ain't show up. Yo, man, you got to watch that joker anyway, man. He be foul anyway, man. He be trying to talk to other guys, girls and stuff. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know they repossessed his car, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why he always need a ride. He talking about us in the shop. Man, that joker full of crap. You know, see? He's criticizing. Remember what criticize means? To indicate the faults, a.k.a. wrongdoings of someone or something in a disapproving way. But see, like I said with the girls, guys too. Next time one of your so-called friends or co-workers are criticizing, they come and they gossip, trying to get you in their gossiping game. Know what you do? If you're a mature person, you stop that right away. And the way you stop that gossiping right away, because gossiping is never good. See, like I said, title of the video, people feeding you bullshit. See, think about it. Why do people feed you bullshit in the first place? Why? It's real simple. They want you to get on the gravy train of their bullshit. See what I'm saying? These are normally miserable people, and it only feels good if we could collaborate and talk about you. If we could sit here because they're jealous of you, or they ain't got the balls or the backbone to confront you in a mature way. I don't care. There's no other and ifs about it. Either they too coward to address you, or see, well, I done forgot the first one that I said. Do you remember? I forgot. It was a good one. I just forgot. But see, they criticize you so much. That's why they feeding you bull. They want you to get on their gravy. That's what it is. They want you to get on their gravy train of bullshit. Or there's only these two. Or number two is they ain't got the backbone to address you in a mature way to fix it. So instead, they rather feed this person and whoever else they could, feed you bullshit crap and hope you fall for it like a mouse to cheese. And what does it what happens to the mouse when he gets the cheese? Wham! See? How many times you got caught up in somebody's criticism and their gravy train of criticizing somebody else, and when it all comes back, it's a hell of a thing you trying to talk your way out of a bunch of bull crap that you like, man, why did I fall? Why did I listen to this person? And that's a hell of a thing. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody like that. Trying to explain a wrong, trying to explain your way out of a bunch of nonsense that shouldn't have happened in the first place, because you shouldn't have got on that gravy train of criticism with this weak person. Or you should have had the balls, backbone, to address that other person in a mature way so y'all both can address it. Y'all both can grow from it. Like they say, this would be a learning lesson. But don't get on nobody's gravy train of nonsense, because it's a hell of a thing when you got to try to explain yourself. But wait a minute, hold on, let me explain. This ain't really happening. Let me explain to you. Look, nah, I don't want you to be mad at me. Look, let me tell you what happened. Nah, y'all was sitting there plotting against me. And it's all BS. The way you stop that right away, when they start talking about this person, what you need to say is, oh, they were saying that about this person? Or they were saying that about me? Because they love to say that they were talking about you. That's when you say, well, when they said all that, what did you say? Did you stick up for me? Did you tell them to knock it off with all that gossip? Or was you part of the gossip? Hey, what you mean? What you mean? Yeah, because you're sitting there, think about what you're doing. Now what you were sitting in the realm with that person gossiping about me, right? But now you with me, and now you want to talk about him or her. So you see what I'm saying? That person's a gossiping fool. And they gonna, see, these be the same people, they sit up with them, talk about this person. They sit up with this person, talk about them. See, but we're gonna use the word criticize. Remember what criticize means? To be pointing out somebody's faults in a disapproving way. Man, I don't like that joker, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Every time we go do something, man, he never got no money. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice that? Yo, I'm telling you, you better be careful around such and such. Every time we go somewhere, he ain't never got money. And he always talking about, oh, snap. Yo, I left my wallet. Yo, could y'all pay for it? Maybe that is the case. But why is it that you wait till he's not around to talk about him? Why is it that you wait till she's not around, now you want to criticize about her? Wouldn't it be a more mature thing to say that? Not that you're trying to be big bad bully, but say it to their face in a respectable way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that person needs some talking to knock off the nonsense. But one thing that's not good is when she finds out, or he finds out through the grapevine, oh, you was sitting there criticizing me when I wasn't around? See what I'm saying? It almost brings me back to that old song, talking about criticizing. Y'all remember that old song? Don't criticize my friends. Don't criticize my ideals. Don't criticize my lifestyle. I'm fed up because all you want to do is criticize. You know what I'm saying? That's what that whole song was about. Like the lady that he got with, all she was doing, I don't like your friend. Oh, I got to talk about that because it comes from the song, but it's real life. How many times a man you got with a woman and y'all might be really kicking it off, good thing. But then she like, I don't like your friends. I don't like your auntie. I don't like your mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't like your sister. Whoa, 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 whoa. And it could happen the other way around. The guy get with the woman, and the guy's like, yo, I don't like your sister. Yo, I don't dig your brother coming and talking to me, think he could talk to me such and such way. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't like how your father be trying to talk to me, trying to give me funny eyes and all this junk. I don't like that. Yo, why don't you talk to them then? You see what I'm saying? See, this is what us mature people do. See, us mature people, we don't criticize. We either stay away from that person altogether, but real mature people, we take the time to try to have a conversation with that person and try to fix what possibly could be fixed. See, sometimes you say, is it worth saving a relationship? See, if it's worth saving, you give it an effort, but sometimes it's not worth it. And you just gotta disengage yourself peacefully from that altogether. Now, we've heard these term analogies so many times before. Oh, when you disengage yourself from that, oh, they're gonna miss you then. See, as long as you're around, you're something to talk about. When you're no longer around, it's like, see, they ain't got nothing to talk about. It shows just how powerful and how important you one of the main parts of the puzzle. But when you take yourself out of the puzzle is useless. They can't criticize you no more because you ain't come around. Only thing now they could do is that old saying that it says, when the gossip don't work, then they start lying on you. You heard that before? All right, y'all. Remember what criticize me again. We are all too often, like I said, at the job, your neighbors, your family members, your friends. You know, people love to criticize somebody else because the mirrors don't work in their house. And they always like this. Them. Okay, what about you? Peace.